Welcome to the first of the 2011 editions of UK Boating, where we'll be taking you aboard a luxurious hire cruiser on the River Thames. And in the first of a series of special features about inland waters charities, we're looking at a sailing charity which managed to get famous sailor Griff Rhys-Jones to open their new shore base. We also have some space for your videos in the programme, and viewer Tim Smith sent us this great little clip of the barge inn at Seamed on the Kennet and Avon. And later in the programme we'll be here at Ely in one of the most beautiful surroundings I've ever seen for a marina. Just up there, Ely Cathedral, just down there, the riverside, and around me loads of boats, some of which I'd like to own. Welcome to Windsor. We're in the Queen's hometown, but in fact we're down on the River Thames at the Chris Cruises boatyard in Datchet. It's only a few miles from London, it's only a few miles away from Heathrow Airport, but it's a lovely place right on the riverbank. Chris Cruises has been here for a long time. We'll get some of the history of the business next time round from manager Paul Clark. They used to hire out what are called mass market cruisers, but now they've become an independent hirer, offering top-end luxury cruisers with everything you'd expect in a well-equipped home. They also offer day boats on the river, so you can try the experience before hiring a cruiser for a proper holiday. Not a bad investment if you're new to river boating. On inspection we thought that all of Chris Cruises' boats were beautifully maintained, and they have a regular building and buying programme so that the hire fleet is up to date and in pristine condition. After checking in, the first person you meet is your instructor, Nathan in this case, who went through a complete checklist of everything we ought to know to look after our boat, Lady Nicole. What a pretty name for a very handsome craft. He started at the bow and we worked through everything from the anchor to the toilet pump out, an important item to know about if you're aboard for more than a week with a full crew.
Absolutely. We've had that a few times as well. Best place to fill up is at the locks. Every lock does quite, and it's switched to the left. Gotcha. Keep the cap somewhere safe. I presume you've used gas bottles before. They're very easy to use. It's exactly the same as capping. Now, obviously, the boat's been gas safety tested, so you don't actually have to worry about turning it off at night. If you do want to, it's a simple case.
The whole session took about an hour, and at the end we knew it all. But Nathan also left us a full manual, so we could check on any of the details that we'd forgotten.
Because it's a diesel heater, for your benefit, we ask you not to run it at night. Sure. But it's just a simple case of turning the engine on first of all, running out of gear about 1500 revs. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then just flicking the switch so both lights are on. That's that. It's that easy. Okay. Yeah. To say, if anything does stop working during 3 days, turns it on, you get the battery light and the oil light and the annoying noise. Turn it right a little bit more, you get silence and also the glow plug light. Okay. Exactly the same as a diesel car, except the light won't go out. Okay, so you need to hold it there for sort of 10-15 seconds. After 10-15 seconds, if you push the key in, turn the key to the right, the engine will start. Okay. Any point you need to stop the boat, it's just a simple case of holding the stop button and then turning the key to the left. Okay, but always in that order. So always the button first, then the key for your showers. That way you know you're not going to burn yourself.
Well, it's quite a nice looking new engine.
Yeah. Tick over, first click, just there.
We had a brief run under his guidance up and down the river, finishing with a very neat demonstration of alongside mooring in a very restricted space.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's a bit sad when you look at some of those boats. That whole thing is quite sad.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
such a waste.
There's a lot of
Right. So yeah, sorry, what we'll do is head downstream again. Okay, I think we'll do the same thing again. So we go back into neutral, and then we'll go back into reverse. Trick is to keep the wheel where it is. That way you haven't got to readjust when you go back into forwards.
A bit more reverse, do you think?
Yeah, give it a couple of blasts if you like. Lovely. Until you go back, tick over forward.
Then it was all down to us. Around £100,000 worth of cruiser, capable of accommodating 4 to 6 people in considerable comfort. We'll be back on the mighty Thames with the lovely lady Nicole from Chris Cruises in our next programme. If you use your camcorder as you enjoy our inland waterways, why not share the pleasure with UK boating and our viewers? We welcome clips on every kind of topic, from canals to rivers, from boat handling to boat building, and we'll even edit them for you if your material is not too shaky and can be supplied in a format we can use. Just get in touch with us on our Facebook page or via this email address. We'd love to hear from you. Tim Smith sent us this excellent video, which we edited from his camcorder footage when he was on holiday on the K&A. He hired his boat from Staverton just outside Trowbridge and said that he and his family had a great time and enjoyed a really good evening and a really good meal at this pub, the Barge at Seend. The UK's inland waterways don't have many full-time lock keepers away from the Thames, so let's meet one of this rare breed, Pete Musk of the Environment Agency.
I left aerospace hoping to semi-retire, but didn't quite work out. Obviously, you need a lot more money to retire these days, and it was a conversation I struck up with a river inspector on the Lower Ouse. We were speaking one day, and he said to me, what did I do? I said I was just starting a small business making narrowboat seats, but I could do with a little part-time job, and hence I wound up as a lockkeeper. I applied to EA when a seasonal lockkeeper's job was advertised and got the job. This is one of the nicest jobs I've ever had. You get to work outside in this beautiful weather, and you get to communicate with the public, which I thoroughly enjoy, and I have a great team around me. The camaraderie is just great. We're all passionate about what we do, and we just love boating in the river.
How long have you been doing?
4 years now.
Wow. Do you work full-time now, or are you still seasonal?
I do a full-time job now. It goes back a long way when the fens were drained. We have the 100-foot drain which runs out straight out to sea from here. Although we're 35 miles in from the coast, between this lock, Hermitage's Lock, and Brownhill's Lock, the next lock upstream, this piece of water is actually tidal. It can affect the level of water up here to as much as 14, 16 inches, depending on conditions, obviously. You've got the River Great Ouse, which rises in Buckinghamshire. It's navigable from Bedford right through to what we call Pope's Corner Junction, where it meets the Lower Ouse, You can do a right to get onto the Cam and visit Cambridge, or you can do a left and run through Ely. You've got the tributaries, the Lark, the Little Ouse and the Wissey, and you can get up as far as Denver, where you could lock out into the tidal ooze. You can get across the middle levels onto the River Nene, which is linked to the Grand Union.
Are you going up far? Only to Mary. Oh right, okay. Right. Thanks a lot. Cheers now.
If you've taken some video from anywhere on our inland waterway system, we'd love to see it. But please get in touch with us before sending anything via our Facebook page, UK Boating, that's facebook.com/UK Boating, or through our email, that's production@seriousleisure.co.uk.